You know, Pokemon is one of those series I have always given credit to for starting my love of video games. The idea of going your own way on a grand adventure, making friends with the creatures you meet along the way has always been very appealing to me. Beyond that, the completionist who I shared this fleshy prison with also happens to love Pokemon. If you were to ask, it's specifically for catching them all. Combine all of this together and it's easy to see why millions of people around the world love this series. So, with Pokemon's 9th generation on the way, and yet another reminder that time stops for nobody and that I am aging just like everybody else, I thought I would take a moment to look at 6 indie games that fans of Pokemon just might love. I was supposed to say like there, but I wanted to be a little more extra, so I went for love, and I stumbled over my words. Anyways, there's a range of goods here, and I'm all but certain they will keep you busy until Pokemon Scarlet and Violet arrive, hopefully, in 2022. Let's take a look. That was me getting up to go take a look. Temtem. Temtem is an MMO that melds the social features of online games with the addictive nature of creature collecting. Sporting a distinct art direction and creature designs that hit a wide range of archetypes, Temtem excels at visual distinction. Beyond its replication of the tried and true creature collection formula, Temtem also stands on its own as an enjoyable social experience. Staples of the MMO genre can also be found in troves, such as player housing, guilds, co-op, and competitive play. Temtem's definitely a one-of-a-kind take on the creature collecting formula, and one to consider if you're a Pokemon fan. Monster Crown. Monster Crown's a creature collecting adventure that pays homage to the Game Boy era of Pokemon games. I admittedly haven't spent as much time as I would have liked to with Monster Crown, but from what I've played, the game feels much more like a mature Pokemon. Specifically when it comes to the dialogue in Monster Crown, which is much more grim in its subject matter. People even say bad words. It also has a free-for-all breeding mechanic, meaning you can slap any pixel thing you'd like with another pixel thing and end up with a wide range of hybrid pixel things. Just don't go pointing the blame at me when PETA comes knocking at your door. Nexomon Extinction. Nexomon Extinction is the follow-up to a mobile take on the Pokemon formula. Now, before you go booing this one, just know it doesn't commit the same sins as its father. Instead, this sequel to 2017's Nexomon released as a full-fledged console drop. With a distinct chibi style and over 300 Nexomon for you to collect, there's plenty on offer here for you to sink your little gamer teeth into. What really helps Nexomon Extinction stand out from its contemporaries, though, is its focus on difficulty and player choice. For one, the game scales with you, meaning you'll never outlevel or easily outpace wild creatures. In addition, you aren't necessarily gated into one path of progression, meaning you are more than welcome to go in whichever direction you'd like. Nexomon Extinction is one of the lesser-known creature collection indies, but it's also one I'd recommend for any Pokemon fan to check out. Monster Sanctuary. Monster Sanctuary answers the age-old what if of what it'd be like to have a Pokemon game with only 3v3 battles. Featuring a steady difficulty curve and a heavy focus on story, Monster Sanctuary does a lot to stand out from the competition. One favorite distinction of mine is the amount of customization you have over your monster's potential as a fighter. Stat point allocation is a welcome addition to the genre that isn't seen too often. Add to that Monster Sanctuary's Metroidvania-style gameplay progression, which relies on using specific monsters to reach certain areas, and the uniqueness becomes even more apparent. Trust me when I say Monster Sanctuary is an indie any fan of Pokemon should consider. Coromon. If you were to ask me which generations of Pokemon resonated with me the most, I'd probably tell you generations 2 and 3. Even though I began with Gen 1, something about the series' transition into more color and more detailed sprites solidified my love for it. If that opinion sounds relatable in any way, I strongly suggest you give Coromon a try. This game is easily one of the closest emulations of the Pokemon series I've seen, all while managing to stand out on its own way. From customizable avatars to varying difficulty levels, creative creature designs, online battles, and more, Coromon has a lot to offer. Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher may not be the first thing to come to mind for many when talking about indie games inspired by Pokemon, but it's one of the best indie games ever made, which means I will talk about Slime Rancher any chance I get. I mean, why shouldn't I? Few games have managed to mix the creature collecting of Pokemon games with the farm management of Harvest Moon as well as Slime Rancher has. It's truly a one-of-a-kind experience, where you take on the role of a young rancher in her home away from home. Here, you care for a wide range of adorable slimes, all for the sake of profiting off of their poop. Slime Rancher is a cozy game bursting with charm that any Pokemon fan should consider, and then subsequently buy multiple times because it's amazing and oh my god, I cannot wait for the sequel to come. And there you have it, my list of 6 indies. that are like Pokemon, sort of, kind of, that I totally think you should check out. Pokemon may have remained a trend in the 90s and has now become a household name even to this day, but the genre it cultivated has come a long way. It's refreshing to see such a wide range of different takes on the formula, as well as all of the tweaks and changes that have been suggested in this place. It'll be exciting to see where this niche and surprisingly successful creature collecting indie game space goes in the future. I just hope I'm alive to see it. I don't want to die.